All right, it is currently 7:55 a.m. and this is showing you what is another method of just aiming engineered light inside of my apartment. And what the dots are, those are the pattern of the blinds. Those are the slats, the horizontal slats to the blinds. So that way you can see this demonic presence. This is constructive presence. This is the stalker. This is the presence of, let me be clear, this is the activity, the ability to engage in this is literally the demonic. This is the presence of Satan. When you're looking for a person that's levitating with horns, that's not what you're going to see. You're looking at what is impossible, light activity. This is the presence of Satan. The government is engaging in demonic, satanic, like ritualistic methods of targeting. They're targeting with what is engineered light for purposes of articulating in court documents how you're going to prosecute a public entity that's engaging in criminal monitoring. It's referred to as engineered light because it is in every way unnatural, and you're looking at what is another location of what is that engineered light, and it is inside of my bedroom. I've turned the light off so you can vividly see it, and as I told you before, it has nothing to do with the maintenance of the light source. This is an ongoing illusion that you are all adjusted to, that you're used to. You look at the sky, if you ever do, and you think, oh, that's the sun, and everything that's covering it is sunlight, and that's all you do. And I want to be clear, the enemy, the wicked, literally the state of California is relying on that. This is light that's going all the way across the ceiling. That trajectory in an upward direction, you need to understand what's going on. This is the light sources outside of the living room window. This is supposed to be the sunlight. That is hyper magnification, entirely demonic. This is entirely demonic. I want you to know it has nothing to do with what is the sun and sunlight. These are demons that surround me, and the state of California is the government, literally, the government body, these courts, these police departments, these government agencies, these local, state, county agencies. These are demons, and they are in positions in the government engaging in criminal activity. And then when they're caught, this is the behavior of Satan, the psychopath, and also the malicious actor. But this, by the way, is being caught, if you will, with your panties down, okay? Not like the sexual violence that they are violating me with while they're monitoring with this light activity, while they know that I'm undressed in the shower, putting on clothes necessarily. And this is the light activity that they aim in. This is the sex offender that wants to maintain constructive presence while I'm engaged in that private activity. It's not enough that they have this impossible light activity, but I want you to be clear, this is directly indicative of what is the maintenance of a specific environment. This has nothing to do with the sun and the sunlight. This is the presence of Satan. And because the target individual is subject to this method of, that obsessive pursuit for your criminal system, that obsession by a government, also that is stalking physically as a group in concert with everyone around you, which is evidenced by the unnatural environment, that's a threat to your life. Okay, and you're going to protect the targeted individual. You are going to subject that government that is full of demons. You're going to remove them from their positions. You're going to put them in federal prison. You're going to subject them to what are mental examinations. And this is the light source, which, by the way, remains over the Upland McDonald's in Upland, California, which I captured at 7:51 a.m. It's 7:59 a.m., which you already know the pattern of conduct. And this position of this light source is distinct and separate from this light activity. You've just been conditioned to associate the two. It has nothing to do with it. This is understanding the reality of what surrounds you, and it is that which is spiritual. You cannot see the spiritual. It's invisible, okay? And the spiritual is not necessarily nice. I'm revealing what is demonic, what is your enemy, whether you recognize it, acknowledge it or not, because you are looking at what is the evidence of that which you cannot see. So it's no longer based on what you want to give any credence to. Do you understand that? This light activity in my room is serving a criminal purpose. That's serving a criminal purpose, and it's separate and distinct. It has nothing to do with the light source. Under no circumstances with the sun, also, you know this is common sense, we're going to reason together. The sun has nothing to do with light activity in the first place. It's impossible in every regard. The ability for it to see it, the ability for it to occur is, again, witnessing what the entity was doing yesterday through closed blinds, the magnification of light, and the leaves on the trees blowing through what is closed blinds. That's impossible. The appearance of those trees in the distance appearing, hold on, let me see. So you can see the leaves on those trees in the distance appearing at a distance on a surface Far away, that's impossible light to just break down what it is that you're looking at, and you're understanding what's covering the grounds. And this is the prosecution. Everybody at Alvarado Gardens is going to federal prison, and this is just the reality when you're going to prosecute a government for monitoring an American citizen, for terrorizing an American citizen, for sexually violating and offending. All right. An American citizen. It's referred to as corporate invasion of privacy by an entity. The entity is engaging in this in the workplace. The entity is engaging in this pattern of conduct everywhere that you go. The sexual violence that you're subject to while the people of the state are driving by in relevant position, that's a massive sex offense. All right. And in other words, let me put it in terms that you're more familiar with: sex trafficking, or subjecting one to being trafficked sexually. And you have just all sorts of random people that can just come and participate in that crime against that victim. This is what group stalking is: maintaining the specific environment around the target individual. And you have what are the people of the state, a bunch of demons who know where the target individual is. The target individual does not know these people necessarily, but many of the whoever it is their family, their so-called friends, their employers, co-workers, colleagues, whatever church or whatever worship, they're all monitoring you. That's why you can get the light source at every location where you're at, including where you live. And those are malicious demons. All right. And this demonic activity is serving for a criminal prosecution, because the government does not have any right to place you under surveillance, nor may the government place you under surveillance through the criminal cooperation of those who surround you. And they are referred to legally as the people of the state. And this is the ongoing evidence, which is going to result in everybody in building 1800 through 1818 at North Alvarado in Los Angeles is going to federal prison. All right. And this is showing what's an impermissible threat. That obsessed stalker, that sex offender, is showing an ongoing determination. And the federal judge looking at this evidence is going to determine that when they are facing what is justice and how long they're going to sit in federal prison. This is a sex offender that at every step of the way had no intention to ever relent, to ever stop. You went to the extended effort of adding more light activity into the apartment. I want to be clear. I'm not suggesting or advocating or even giving, the target individual doesn't have to give an explanation as to how this light activity is appearing. It's supernatural. It's a phenomenon. But what you do know is that those who are stalking in that environment, they're monitoring to it. Okay, so the relationship that the demon possessed have with Satan itself, and the process that they go through and how to get this impossible light, the target individual doesn't have to worry about that or break that down. It is what it is. This is entirely impossible. It's demonic. And the demons that are monitoring you, group stalking, that's why it's here. All right. And it's serving a criminal system, and it identifies everybody around. Everybody. So I'm subject to the pattern of conduct while I just got out of the shower. All right. And you have an entity that is monitoring everything that I am doing inside of that private space, inside of my home. And then I walk downstairs and they're doing it all day long in the workplace. Okay. This is the P.O.C. It's currently 8:03 a.m. This has nothing to do with the sun, in the same way that this light activity has nothing to do with the sun, in the same way that that light source outside of my window, which is also then setting in alignment to my bedroom window, it has nothing to do with the sun. This is an engineered environment, and it's serving a criminal system, and it's highly malicious. And not only are you witnessing a prosecution of a government, the exposure of what is a matter of public corruption, it is also serving to inform future federal policies, but it is also for educational purposes, because you need to become aware about what's going on in the world, what's going on around you. Okay. It is currently 8:04 a.m. and this is P.O.C.